And then has he joined?
Recording start किया? Start किया है? Recording कर. हो गया. और YouTube पर भी तो आएगा ना?
29 कौन है?
दोनों नहीं आएगा.
सब नहीं करना है.
YouTube का है तो recording.
कौन है ना? स्टार्ट करते हैं. हमारा फुल तो हमारा कब आएगा? नहीं, हमारा स्क्रीन में दिखना चाहिए ना. स्टार्ट करें. Hello everyone, I'm Mohammad Qasim from the FOSSEE project IIT Bombay. We have along with us Mr. Rajesh Kushalkar, who is the National Coordinator and Senior Manager for the Open Source Hardware Division of the FOSSEE project. And we are very much happy and thankful to Professor Pennan Chinnaswamy, the co-principal investigator of the FOSSEE project, who has joined us today to give us a perspective on the need for conducting this open source geospatial hackathon. And at this moment, I would also like to welcome and thank our cherished organizing partner for this IoT hackathon, ICFOSS, which stands for International Center for Free and Open Source Software, which is an independent body under the Department of Electronics and IT, Government of Kerala. So we welcome our friends from the ICFOSS team. And we also would sincerely like to thank each and every participant who has joined today. We know that it has been a long wait for all of you. Our sincere apologies for this unexpected delay, but we are happy that finally we are having this orientation today, and probably in the days to come, you will hear a lot of things from us. And also, we wish to assure you of all complete support that you can expect from the IIT Bombay FOSSEE GS team and our IIT Bombay FOSSEE's open source hardware team, which is the main organizer, and ICFOSS team. And before requesting Professor Pennan to give his talk, I would like to sincerely thank the effort put by Professor Pennan Chinnaswamy, who has been guiding us thoroughly for taking up this activity on a very serious perspective towards the nation's development. And the Rural Data Research Analysis Lab is a cherished technical partner. In fact, they are the primary organizing partner along with ICFOSS as well. So without taking much time, I would like to invite Professor Pennan Chinnaswamy, who has taken time amidst his busy schedule. He is traveling somewhere, but still he has like supported us in joining in this event. Pennan sir, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks, Qasim, for this opportunity. First, welcome all to this wonderful event. It's a very new beginning of bringing GIS and IoT and open source together. And as Qasim was saying, it is for the nation development and building. I've made a small talk. Because of my travel, I could not, not going to give it in person, but please consider listening to it, and I'll be happy to take questions. So Qasim will play the video I'll be happy to take questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So, without me waiting for long, I would request the national coordinator for the open source hardware project from IIT Bombay, Mr. Rajesh Koshalkar, to continue with the orientation session. So he will give you the detailed insights of why we are conducting this hackathon, the idea behind it, and some of you have asked us some important queries related to the event. So Mr. Rajesh Koshalkar will be giving more insights on all those things now. Over to Mr. Rajesh Koshalkar.
Thank you, Qasim. So I'll just share my screen. So welcome students, teachers who are registered for this IoT Geospatial Hackathon. So everybody must have visited and registered for this particular page. And this particular event, basically, we are just trying to do it for the first time for the IoT especially, because Geospatial has been happening. Hackathon is happening, but IoT Hackathon is going to be the first time. So the major problem, what we are trying to see, we have not kept any theme as such. So we have kept problem statements and everything open for the students to give it. And definitely, as I mentioned earlier in all this website, that students can take any of the topic. So generally, many of the people take it as an weather station or soil moisturizer and all this thing. But I would request students to take more challenging so that it can be accepted for this particular hackathon. So more part, if the students are very much new to this kind of activities, there are set of tutorials which are available in the resource sections also, and there are a lot of materials which has been given to you. You can have a look at it. And as I request the participants to especially look into this Moodle page frequently, so that all the things will be posted out here. So as I've put an post out here, the participants can consider any project ranging from agriculture to health to weather station or disaster management. So there is no limit for it. But what you have to consider is you have to use an device, a sensor devices, an Arduino device, and it does values what you are going to send it to. It has to send it to a central station, IoT station. So that is the main objective for it. You can take anything. So there are a lot of activities, like you can just consider today's scenario, like in North India and many parts of India, as the rain is continue. So you can see what is the water level of a dam, what time the dam should release the water. A simple IoT device which can automatically take the landslides which are happening. So how the landslides can be avoided and all this stuff. Basically, it's more like a soil moisture, how it's a moisture in the soil is containing. So there are a lot of things which can be done. So this is a project scope, and students can definitely offer. I'm talking that students should be more innovative in submission their project, so that it will be easily accepted at our end. Okay. Now there is one more thing. A lot of queries were there, that how the participants, because we have asked for the individual registration, and there were queries that can we form the team and submit this proposal. So definitely you can form a team of 4 to 5 people, and we will have a separate the form which will be floating soon, where the team can be registered. So we want an individual registration should be there, and we would like to float a form where a team can also register. Okay, so we'll consider them as a team in the next this thing. And regarding the submission requirements and all this thing, definitely the participants should uh, report mentioning the problem, what they are actually trying to solve it. It should have a clear circuit diagram with the working code, because we are going to test all that thing out here before announcing the results. And the participants, I have told, it can start anytime, and many of the participants have already started it also. And we have kept the submission date at 15th August, but not this the due date for the submission is 31st August. So we may extend it for a 2 or 3 days more, but it should be maximum, I feel, by 5th of September, the students should submit their projects with a report, proper report. Okay, and so this is the orientation thing. And there is one more resource which is available at this GitLab. It is the ICFOSS thing. So what all things are there in this particular GitLab page, that will be told by the ICFOSS people soon. So I would like to, if you have any queries, please ask. Unmute your this thing and you can ask the questions. Hello. So I request participants to unmute and ask any queries if I missed out anything, because major queries what I have received was for the team formation only. And regarding the submission, I have already told that every participant has to submit a detailed report which will having the circuit diagram and a working code, because we are going to test the code out here. So any question, if please unmute your mic or give the questions in the chat session. Any questions? So there are many people who have joined it. So if you have any question, please either unmute your mic and speak, or you can put it in the chat session. Okay. So meanwhile, I'll do one thing. I'll ask Mr. Shafiq from the ICFOSS to take over and discuss the things for the GitLab, what the resource what they are going to shared on the GitLab. Over to you, Shafiq. Shafiq.
Yeah, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, Shafiq, you're audible.
Good. Sure. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Shafiq, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, the network speed is very slow, so I am switching off my video. Sorry for that.
So you want me to share the site, GitLab?
Yeah, I will share. I will share.
Okay.
Can you see the screen? Okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay. I am Shafiq, technical coordinator, IC Force. Actually, we are very happy to partnering with IIT Bombay for this IoT GS hackathon as a partner. I am expressing my sincere thanks to IIT Bombay team, and especially Kanan sir, Penan Chinnasam sir, and Kasim sir, and Rajesh sir also. Today, the participants, my responsibility is actually just providing the what are the things happened or what are the works we are done in IC and all the works are actually we have published in our GitLab repository. So we are mainly focused on giving a solution or developing a POC in sustainable development goals related. So we are developed some LoRaWAN based microclimate monitoring stations and some other applications also. All the works are actually we have listed in our website. Our website means this is only the research based website, not in under ICFOS. This is an open IoT.in, which is public. You can see anywhere. So all the details are means all the project details are actually deployed in this website itself. So you can see this. Also, the GitLab repository we have shared in the last time and put it in the website, which is gitlab.com ICFOS OpenIoT. And this is the page you see. I think you can see this page right now. So there are different projects are listed here. The first one I am introducing first. The project is actually the beginner's guide in how to build a embedded programs using some electronic hardwares, open source hardwares like Arduino Uno and ULP LoRa. ULP LoRa is the one of the device means hardware embedded hardware device which is developed by ICFOS using Atmega 328 chipset and RFM95 LoRaWAN RF concentrator board. And these are the, you can see this page. These are the different programs are provided in this document. You can download this internship document and that contain the different programs and their circuits. All things are available in that document. Students can take the code and prepare the circuit and load the program to the controller and check the uh, all the related activities, right? Like the digital input output programs and analog input, UART communication. These are the basic programs to study how to build a embedded system using these type of boards. Arduino Uno. Some of the people are aware about the Arduino Uno and Arduino based platforms right now also. So if anybody is less knowledge regarding that, then you can refer this page and download this internship document and that contain different programs. Just I will take the document, and this is the document. These are the different programs we have listed here. These are the index, different sensors and something like. And this is the Arduino based program. So the which in each program exercises you can see the what is a task, and what are the components you required, and what is the software ID you required, and the circuit diagram also here we plotted, and the program code also we put it here. The result also we have mentioned in the main fact. This is the main format for all the programs we have listed here, and you can see the 83 pages document which contain these different programs. You can see this document. So just refer this document and just build some exercise or some works related to that. You get a brief idea about how to build an embedded device and how to build an IoT device in the sense. So you can get a good knowledge in that basic. If you have any doubts, you can tutorials. Then we will support you for the clearing the doubts. Just this is the document for that, for the beginner's guide. Actually, not enough time to explain all the programs, so you just follow the document details and just take most examples. Take just do this in practical itself. So this requires some basic components only, so you can do it your own. That is the one part. And another one is actually, if you the final code is actually related to the LoRaWAN based thing. So in the last end, we are using the boards with 1 minute. This is the dust sensor. This all are interfacing with different types of sensors we have used, and we can use it. You can take, and these things are using Arduino Uno only, and display section. And this is the serial UART communication we'll be using for the serial communication part. And there's a sensor integration. The third phase we have using sensor integration with LoRa. So how to build a LoRaWAN based application. Details are listed here, and you can use this library for the LoRaWAN communication. For this activity, you need some specific boards or specific RF chipsets are required. So just read out which chipsets you can use. Then you can integrate the chipset into your controller, and you can get the details in the server side also. Actually, in the case of LoRaWAN, you required some edge device, and that is actually we can develop using Arduino boards. Something ULP LoRa is the one of the board we have designed, and the details of the board is available here. And the next thing, you need to send this data to the gateway. You required a gateway for that. That is an LoRaWAN based gateway. Any manufacturer gateway you can use. Some like Curlink, Rack Wireless, or Dragino, these are the manufacturers in the market for the gateway manufacturers. And you can connect this gateway to the ChubStack is our main open source stack for the LoRaWAN ecosystem, and we have used that type of ChubStack server. You can use Things network also. That is also in another platform that contain a limited version also available. So you can register in Things stack, and you can use that also if you have gateways available. Then this is the least circuit for the RF95 with microcontroller, which is a Arduino Uno and RF95. This is the LoRaWAN chipset for interfacing the RF communication. And this is the least program code we have listed for transmitting. I think this is transmitting only the message That is the hello world or something type of messages. You can send it through this program and circuit. And if you use the next level, then you can go another course. I suggest you use the basic programs. You check and tested the basic programs and understand what are the communication and understand what happened in the LoRaWAN stack. And you can follow the another sensor interfaces also. This is the LoRaWAN based soil moisture sensor integrated. This board is actually ULP LoRa board we have designed, and we have published all the designs in the GitLab repository. I will show the details. If you record to, if you need to manufacture these boards, then you can take the design from the GitLab repository and print it yourself in your local manufacturer units. Then you can use that board also. That is the one thing. This is the soil moisture sensor, and the details are uploaded in the GitLab repository. That's all. Then DHT11. This is for humidity, temperature, humidity sensor. That's circuit diagram. These all things are we put it in the document, and also you can get the GitLab repository details in the GitLab session. I'm going to the GitLab repository. This is the main OpenIoT GitLab repository from IIT Bombay, and I have taken the beginner's guide and described all the things. I think you get the details. You just take the document and study that. And if you get any doubt, you just query us. We will reply to you. That is one. Then if you need to get a hardware, I mean the ULP LoRa hardware PCB, then you can go. I will take this from, actually this is in 4th page. This is the ULP LoRa. This is the first schematic diagram. This is the main repository. You can go this, and this is the ULP LoRa ultra low power long range RF module. That is a code name. Actually, we have LoRa board. That is a code name ULP LoRa. You can get the hardware details. This hardware or software part, you can get this from. And if you need, you can download and just for the printout. Actually, in the this is a KiCad. We have using KiCad software for preparing the Gerber files and schematics also. And all the details are available in this ULP LoRa in this GitLab repository. And the next one is we have using another level of board, which is this ULP LoRa board is working with Arduino platform, and you can use it Arduino platform and use that board for that applications. And if you record more computing power and more memory space, then you can follow the C1 boards. This is more actually this is more computing power, and the C1 development version 1.0 is the final version. Actually, this is the final version, and you can see this images, Gerber files also. This is the board we have used. This is the PCB layout, and you can download the Gerber files and designs from here. This is basically we use STM32 based hardware here in this PCB. ULP LoRa is a basic version. Actually, that is the limited features and limited computing power in that board, which is used in Atmega 328 board from Atmega Atmel microcontrollers. And this one C1 board is using some Murata chipset, and this contains a ARM-based STM32 based chipset is there. The board name is actually BL072Z LR WAN 1. This is the board name, and this chipset is used inside the C1 node development kit, and that is much better than ULP LoRa, which is least computing power, and this is the most advanced version of the chipset, and you can use it for higher level of coding if you required, computing if you required. That's the thing. And all these two boards are actually, in case of the power consumption, there are least power consumption they used. Actually, in the case of ULP LoRa, that using in the sleep mode, actually around 5 microamps only the power consumption required for the ULP LoRa board. And the C1 board is slightly less than the power consumption from comparing to the ULP LoRa board, which is 1 micro something similar, 1 microamps in sleep mode. And the active mode that around the two boards will be going to around 100 to 150 milliampere at the time of the transmission packet, and that means if the LoRa chipset is actively works in that time, which is the peak time is the transmission time. At that time, the board will take 100 to 120 milliampere power consumption. Otherwise, that in the entire processing or the running mode, active mode, that will take 5 or 7 milliamps itself. That is a power consumption related stories. Actually, all the things are put it in this document in the GitLab repository. You can go through this entire document, and this is the main thing. Actually, I have just show you the beginner's guide, how to develop a embedded program, embedded device, and how to prepare an IoT device. That all things are available in the beginner's guide. If you need to develop hardware, you can go through the ULP LoRa hardware part in the 4th page. You can see that. And if you need C1 board, then you can take this link and you can download that for the production manufacturing case only. Otherwise, if you prepare, we have developed some different application. As I already told you, we have developed sustainable development goals related application in the last 3 to 4 years. So all the details we are put in here. Something I will explain one detail, which is a AWS. AWS means a automated weather station. This is a LR1 water meter. This is actually the case of water meter. We put it all the details in the water meter, how to build a water meter, and what are the devices used for this. Actually, we integrated one. We take one water meter from a private agency, and we put it our LoRaWAN board in the water meter and take the data from that. Actually there's a mechanical meter and which provide some pulses for the water meter consumption base. So we collect the data and transmit the water meter data through LoRaWAN. The detailing actually here, you can see the circuit and some softwares are here. You can see that. This is one. And the next one is actually, I will see, I can go through the AWS. Which is in second page. Automated weather stations, IoT enabled Panchayat, LoRa soil moisture sensor, and okay. This is one of the LoRaWAN based automatic weather station data, and this is Actually, the first version, actually we have deployed it in Katakota, and this is the first version, and the wiring diagram details are here. Hang. Sorry, my network is very slow. That is the reason. This is one air quality monitoring system details. And if you are planning to set up an air quality device in the part of your project, then this is the BME 688 sensor based air quality monitoring system, which will be very easily getting the data of air quality, which are the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and temperature, humidity, pressure, something related parameters will be getting from these sensors. And the one main factor is actually BME 688 is the AI enabled based sensor. So you can customize for the sensor for your own gases identification, like methane or something, etc. Okay, that's all. Actually, you can go through this GitLab repository. All the details are put it here. Different projects are listed here. These are all things are actually we are worked in the last few years, which is and all the tasks related details, all things are updated here. You can go through this, and if you have any doubt, then you can query us. Then we will clarify that. You can use this repository for your development purpose and your research purpose also. That's all from actually from IC4 side. So can I wind up this session?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks,
I
Shafiq.
hope
It was
all
a
the
very informative repository that you have. And I feel the participants who are going to come for the hackathon will be definitely using your ICPOS repository. So it's a first step. The students should know what are the different things. Right now, it is not only agriculture, it's not only soil moisturizer or weather station. It's about air quality index and a lot of things which are there, uh, which you have talked about. And you have everything ready with the IC The students can definitely go through it. But but I have a small request to the participant that please don't simply copy the stuff. These are the reference material, okay? And please don't copy it. And you have to use this material for your further development. So it should be something different. As I've talked previously also, that your project should be unique, should look unique. It's not going to be a very simple thing. It should not be a simple thing. Yeah. And I'm very much confident that today's generation students will definitely come up with new ideas. I'll just share one simple example of a smart city if you want to. So generally, there's a lot of issue of noise levels in many areas. So how can the noise level can be reduced? So there are a lot of sensors which are available as air quality as told. So there are a lot of noise sensors which are available. So with this noise sensors available, as I can just talk you of IIT campus, IIT Bombay campus. So we have done this kind of experiment, putting the area which our boundary which connects to the main road, the IIT boundary which connects to the main road. So we have connected various sensors, noise level sensors. So with that, we were able to judge it. Yeah, this particular area has got a lot of noise. This area is having okay noise. So that the noise barriers and all this were put up there. So there is no disturbance inside. So a lot of things like air quality, gas sensors and all this thing can be used if you are near some refineries or something like that, now it is producing some gas which is polluted in your environment, which is going to be hazardous for your things. So definitely people can come up with a lot of case studies and all this thing as a different angle. Okay, so that is what I would like to share my thoughts with the students. Okay, what kind of projects they can think for the IoT related activities. And as Shafiq told that there are all this data has to be transferred to a IoT platform. So all this information will be there in your thing. And this particular hackathon, we have called it as IoT GIS. So the why this GIS is coming in between, because we want our participant, if they are implementing anything related to GIS, they can use especially our Navik satellite images for this thing, not a GPS. Use instead of that the Indian version of the GPS is Navik. Okay, so there are Navik modules available, and people can definitely use it. But yeah, which are stationary objects, just like weather station, the gas sensor, air quality sensor, these are stationary. So for this particular thing, you can just give your geolocation in your code, and the map can be created for that particular part. But if it is a transport, IoT transport related activities from one place to another place, so like I want to transfer this freshly flowers, it has to reach to from point A to point B, which is almost around 1,000 kilometers. So what should be a freezing temperature inside the van, how it is maintained, everything to care, so that after it reaches 1,000 kilometers, the flowers and all this should be fresh. So these are various case studies. So you can think from GPS location 1 to GPS location, which is about 1,000 kilometers. So you can track your shipment also, where it has reached and all this thing. So for that you require a dynamic GPS. Okay. So there are many other case studies. These are just few examples that I'm talking about, and participants can definitely think. That's why this hackathon is open with free ideas from you. Okay, thanks. I would like to hear from you from chat, or please unmute your mic for any queries you have.
Thank you, Rajesh. So now I request our eStudio team to play a pre-recorded video of Professor Pennan. So currently he's traveling, but he has shared his message through a video. So we would like to play it now.
Hello. Is this any audio content? Actually, you can. I can't hear the voice.
And we'll transmit it again. It's an audio.
It's an audio video content. Oh, we are just trying to replay it again.
Hello.
I can't hear. The video
So
is
it's audio video content. So we are just trying to fix it and put it back.
okay, sir.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the workshop. Today, I'll be discussing about GIS and IoT for sustainable development and management, which is the core theme of today's event. This is Peninsula Sami. I'm an associate professor at IIT Bombay in various departments like Sitara, climate studies, data science, and policy studies. I'm also the director of Rural Data Research and Analysis Lab called Rudra. So, why is this important? Why is this event very, very important for the development of India? India is one of the most fastest growing economies in the world. And you'd be hearing terms like Industrial 4.0, Agriculture 4.0, Education 5.0, etc. All these require a lot of new technologies, new solutions, and novel concepts. And this new growth is driven by new technologies, as I said. Of these technologies, IoTs is very, very important, which has brought us today for this event. So what we have here today is there's a lot of startups. However, most of them work independently or cannot develop more because of data issues. How can you collect localized data? And how can it be sustainable for an impact? So we need to do some work which is highly, highly impactful, and a lot of impact can be driven into economic benefit. This is how we do it at Rudra using open source software from FOSSEE and spoken tutorials. Let's say we have a problem. At the bottom, you see a girl waiting for groundwater or water from the pump. After some time, if the water doesn't come, the people complain to the policymakers, they get money from the bank and then bring some short-term benefits like water in tankers, trains have been supplying water in some parts of the country, etc. However, what we propose is a data-driven solution for which multiple data is being collected from multi-source, multi-dimensional, and multidisciplinary data. Surveys, smart tech, ground truthing, remote sensing, satellites, people, crowdsourcing. And then from here, all of these goes into an AI ML algorithm, which forms these connections, correlations, and causalities between the data. And then we have a good product that can tell why is the water depleting, how long can we support like this, or should we have a long-term plan? So there is an extension and thing. So in this, what we say is this collect, clean, and collaborate, communicate of data, which happens here. In this sector, IoT tools become very, very valuable because they collect local data, whereas a satellite can collect all the data across. Government data is at particular instrument locations. It is expensive. But then if you look at IoTs, which are low cost and affordable, they can collect more and more data. So let's take one case study, climate change impact on agriculture. Everyone talks about this because Agriculture 4.0 has been recommended by the FAO, UN organization bodies, and the government of India is also working very closely. For this, they want to manage the impact of climate change, agricultural water stress, groundwater, how can we use more, and then in a sustainable way, and recharge the groundwater in a sustainable way, what type of infrastructures are needed, and it is all going to be driven by IoT, ICT, and IoE devices. These all triangulate and collect data And GIS becomes a platform where you map this spatially and then give solutions. So for data monitoring and management, IoT tools are very, very important because you cannot manage or which you did not monitor. Let's quickly look at some of these definitions. So you have ICT tools, which are on communication angle. It is like satellites, your mobile phones, data sharing through apps, and you can do some monitoring through communication tools. Whereas IoT is on the field, it is set up in an instrument on the soil, precision farming, drones with small sensors, and then we have livestock monitoring, smart greenhouses. All these smart words that you see, smart city, smart village concepts are going to be driven by IoTs. The IoTs can be two ways. It can collect data and put it in a storage, or it can relay the data through communication tools. Thereby, IoT, ICT can combine together. And when all of this come into a dashboard, it becomes IoE, where Internet of Everything comes, right? And you bring the communication tools, IoT tools, and IoE on a single impact analysis or a solution, and the solution is really, really taken up. So if you look on top, you can see that one is driven by instruments, communication tools, and then a lot of data is being taken. From the data, decision is taken, and from the decision, you actually put down a good impact on agriculture. So there's lots and lots of drones, IoTs, and robot data that has been used. And all of these can be mixed in a GIS format. And we promote QGIS at FOSSEE and spoken tutorials. So what do you mean by multi-source data? I was showing this in my previous slides. There's a lot of data that can, locations where you can put in IoTs. One such location is your surveys, smart tech, for monitoring water and natural resources, crowdsourcing where farmers, they cannot always have a handheld device. They can actually put the device in the field. The field can give data and the data can be relayed back to the user. So to conclude, growth in India is very positive. Data collection happens at a tremendous level, and data storage has become low cost. All are talking about cloud storage. All of you have emails that can store up to 25 gigs. Your phones can have more data than initially. And now IoT devices are also becoming affordable, can store data and can relay data. You can also just put a SIM card, and SIM card you pay monthly 200 rupees or something, and internet just sends the data. And the population with access to smart devices and learning of IoT devices has increased. So there is a big capacity that is built, but what do you do with all this data? That is the key. You bring it to a big platform and analyze it like GIS. And if it is very, very huge data, you can use a supercomputer like shown in the picture. So this is our IIT Bombay's space-time, which is a supercomputer. So with this, I'd like to thank the FOSSEE team, Professor Kanan Modgalia, Mr. Kasim, for organizing this event, and all the collaborators, stakeholders that are participating in this event to make it a grand success. And yes, we need to thank our funders, especially NMICT, where this FOSSEE program is run by them. With this, I'd like to thank everyone. Thank you, and I'm sorry I could not be online, but thanks for going through the recordings. My email is here. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or email Kasim. Thank you.
Great. It was a wonderful presentation by Professor Pannan. And I'd just like to share the screen again. Zoom. Share. नहीं है
ब्राउजर शेयर किया ना इसलिए ब्राउजर खोलो स्क्रीन रिकॉर्ड हो गया
Yeah, sorry. Yes. So I'll be so hope you all have got a brief idea and a picture about this IoT hackathon. And for any queries, please feel free to write in chat right now, and you can please unmute your mic and discuss with us. We have still have some time for discussion. Does you want to say something for this one?
Yeah. So thank you, Rajesh. At this time, I would like to mention about the core FOSSEE team, which operates here from IIT Bombay. Our boss, Professor Kannan Madgalya, is the principal investigator of the FOSSEE project and also the spoken tutorial project. In fact, once we had come up with this proposal of announcing the IoT Geospatial Hackathon, so the first thing that came to our mind was how we are going to accommodate colleges across India, like central universities, state affiliating universities, autonomous colleges, and the normal affiliated colleges, like from Kashmir to Tamil Nadu, from Gujarat to Meghalaya. So this is something that we had in mind. And the reason why we call it as a national level activity is because by end of this competition, like once we receive the submissions and the evaluation committee sits on further processing it, we have an intention to recognize the right set of talent from each and every state and union territory across India. So this is the vision that we have. And for that, once again, we sincerely thank each and every team who has registered. I understand that there are individuals also who have registered for this activity, and there are a sizable amount of teams who have also participated. So please keep up your spirit, and the team here at IIT Bombay, along with our organizing partner ICFOSS, we will be happy to support you thoroughly to make you succeed in this competition. And as far as our contact details are concerned, I request Rajesh sir to show the email ID where you could get in touch with us. Scroll down. Yeah. So as you could see on the screen, it is contact-oshw@fossee.in. So this is the official ID.
Info at FOSSEE.
Info@fossee.in is also another ID that we suggest the teams like to use it as a window to contact us. And as far as please note this point very carefully, the one-stop person whom you could approach for any kind of support from IIT Bombay for the open source hardware geospatial hackathon is Mr. Rajesh Kushalkar. He is the national coordinator for the IoT vertical of the FOSSEE project. So please feel free to write any query to him. We will be happy to get associated with you. And a few things to be added. There are basic mandates that we follow, like Shafiq was referring in his presentation. First thing is submissions could be possible in two probable ways. One is if you are purely working on a IoT topic, which is completely based on open source, you can submit it. Second thing is a topic, IoT based topic, which is inclined towards geospatial technology. So these two kind of submissions you can upload on Moodle. So this is for your kind information. The other thing is like we have some basic mandates. Like as far as the current day context is concerned, we have the National Geospatial Policy in place, which was enacted in the year 2022. We also have the Indian Space Policy in existence, which came last year in 2023. So, having said this, we request the participation from citizens of India. This is the first mandate. Second mandate is, please try to use open source software wherever it is required. And as far as the hardware composition or the development part is concerned, I think this is a query that some of you had asked for. So there is a percentage, 40% or 60% we can.
Yeah. So what for the open source hardware? So there are certain development boards like Arduino and all this thing is open source, but there are some closed source board. But you can just refer to this. You have used this particular board, but the code, the schematic diagram, and everything that should be open source. Okay. So open source doesn't mean that you are going to show the board design, but you are using this particular board and trying to do it. Now you take example of Arduino. Arduino board is open source, but the chip what is using is not open source. Okay, the board design is open source. So that's the difference. What I want to say, you can use any other board also for your projects. Apart from Arduino, you can use ESP32. You can use Trinket boards also, and a lot of boards are available that you can definitely use it. But keep it in mind, whenever you are submitting your project report, that time your schematic, the code, the library files, whatever you have been using, that all should be in an open source component.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And continuing with the mandate part, so open source hardware related mandate, Professor Mr. Rajesh Koshalkar has just conveyed. Please, if possible, try to make sure that your submission aligns with at least one of the sustainable development goal. So this is something very crucial. NAVIC is a technology which is equivalent to GPS, which is slightly being replaced in India. If you could adhere, like if you could use any of NAVIC related things, you will be getting more marks or additional points for it. We also encourage people to use, like when it comes to geospatial technology, please try to use Indian satellite data or real time data sets as far as possible. So this is another observation that we have to be conveyed to all of you. And finally, we understand that there are some teams or there are some individuals who work with government organizations or research organizations which come under the central or state domain, the governments. So if you are like from that particular category, please make sure that your work is aligned with Gati Shakti. So this is a crucial thing. Probably if your work is good, then obviously the team here at IIT Bombay will be happy to further support you in fine-tuning the work and put it for practical use. So these are the basic mandates that we have. And to conclude from my side, like I would say that most of the colleges which have participated, you have nominated or we have seen more number of registrations coming from sizable colleges. So if you are appearing for NAC or NBA kind of accreditation, please write to us, send us an email. We will be happy to send a performance summary, starting with the category of registration, like the number of registration from your institute, the kind of winners or the count of winners from your college, which the evaluation committee will finalize here. We'll be happy to summarize everything on our letterhead and send it for your documentation purpose, which will be beneficial for you on a longer run. Once again, I would like to reiterate, IIT Bombay FOSSEE project under the aegis of the National Mission on Education through ICT, which is funded by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, is conducting this hackathon primarily. ICFOSS, the International Center for Free and Open Source Software, which is an independent body under the Department of Electronics and IT, Government of Kerala, is our organizing partner. And the Rudra Lab, the Rural Data Research Analysis Lab, which is part of IIT Bombay, they are the technical partner for this edition of the national level open source hardware IoT based geospatial hackathon. So we sincerely thank each and every one of you for your active participation. The reward that you can expect from us is not only the price thing that we are currently finalizing, but it is the direct relation that you will share with us through internships, summer fellowships. Even we are planning for winter schools and all higher level activities. So, and in fact, we also have product development based initiatives which are in pipeline, which the open source hardware team and also the geospatial team of the FOSSEE project have decided to work together. So please focus on your work properly. Give your best. At least give it a try. Everything starts when we like try to initiate something. So please try to upload your submissions by the deadline, and we will be happy to support you completely. And finally, we have this open source GIS Day celebration at IIT Bombay on September the 15th, which is the National Engineers Day. We will be happy to declare the results on that day. Like again, this is subjected to the number of submissions that we receive by the deadline. If there is no further extension, we will sit along with our organizing partner, IC and we will declare the results on September the 15th. So there are a lot of very good things which are about to come. So this is this is all we have to convey in this orientation session. We would be happy to take any questions related to this IoT geospatial hackathon now. So please try to put it on the chat and unmute yourself. If you are not having any questions right now, feel free to write to the official email ID that we had projected on screen. We'll be happy to get connected with you on any which possible means we can do. Yeah, thank you. कहाँ दिख नहीं रहा?
डायरेक्ट मैसेज किया रहेगा पेस्ट कर दे चैट में पेस्ट कर दे हाँ उधर से पेस्ट करना इधर
माइक चालू है ना? माइक चालू है।
Yeah. So there was a question for how to form a team. So as I mentioned, we are going to float a form. Please refer to our Moodle page. There I'll be just today or tomorrow I'll be just uploading a form for the team formation, and people can form a team out there. But individual registration is required. Initially, the individual registration is required, and from there, if you are forming a team of 4 to 5 participants, that is okay. For that, a separate form will be coming up. So, any queries, please put it on a chat, or you can unmute, and we are ready to answer it.
In fact, the thing to be added is we would sincerely like to encourage central universities across India, particularly to participate, because in our awarding scheme, there is a special mention that we are planning to do for the central institutes, centrally funded institutes. So please feel free to get in touch with us. And there are separate category of recognition that we are planning for state affiliating universities. And likewise, we also have a category for autonomous colleges and also for affiliated colleges. I'm mentioning these things last because most of the registrations that we have, these are from affiliating colleges or affiliated colleges to the universities. So there is a short chance that you will be getting an award.
Yeah, there's one more question. Should we need to submit an idea in a form of a report or PPT? So we are going to give a template for report submission. So in that particular format, you have to submit the report. So finally, that, as I mentioned, the reports are going to contain what is the problem statement that you want to solve, the schematic diagram, the code, and whatever the output we are trying to do it on some IoT platform, that screenshots and all this thing will be required in your report. So we are not looking for the PPT right now. The selected candidates and all this thing that we'll have to see. But for general, everybody has to submit the report. That's okay.
Any other question? Are there any other question?
So
if you don't have any further questions, then
so we can just stop the things.
yeah, we can conclude the session.
Conclude the session, yeah.
If it is required, if we get more number of questions, we will be having a separate question and answer session in the following weeks. Workshops are you planning to conduct?
No workshop, because we were planning to conduct the workshops, but there is immense amount of resource which is available on the site, and of course the ICFOSS has really given, I feel they have given a lot of information in that website itself. So it is more than sufficient for the students to get started with it. So I think I'm planning for one more Q&A session next week. For that, I'll be posting the information on Moodle. The announcement will be made on Moodle again. So that will be pure Q&A sessions if you have anything. So tentatively by the coming Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll have the session. This is going to be a pure Q&A only. Okay.
Are there any further questions? Shafiq and Gopika, do you want to add anything?
Actually, all things are discussed here. So my suggestion also, Qasim sir told the IoT GS. This is the IoT GS hackathon. So the primary point is the maximum marks will be getting the solution regarding the IoT GIS based tasks or related things.
Yeah.
That is I suggest, and they can use different verticals as already discussed, like agriculture, environment, and something. Then how they will get better results. They can use our R&D results also. Yeah, that's all from our side. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Shafiq.
Thank you, Shafiq. If there are no questions, then we will conclude this orientation session now. Shall we close?
Yeah.
Okay, so on behalf of the FOSSEE project IIT Bombay, on behalf of our organizing partner ICFOSS, the entire team of ICFOSS, the Rural Data Research Analysis Lab here at IIT Bombay. Mr. Rajesh Koshalkar and team, our eStudio team, Professor Kannan, who is our principal investigator for the FOSSEE project and also for the spoken tutorial project. We thank you all for joining this session. We understand that other participants would have been busy with their regular academic activity or with their professional thing. The same session will be made available offline as well. You can find the recording on our official YouTube channel, eStudio IIT Bombay's official YouTube channel. Yeah, so please feel free to get in touch with us. And finally, on behalf of the National Mission on Education through ICT, which is funded by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, our funding agency, we thank all of you for your good participation today. Please extend your complete support, and we will meet you soon during the Q&A session next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.